so we would really like to start now.
And with that, welcome to the brand new Maserati Gran Cabrio Folgore. This means driving open-top fully electric is now possible, not just here at Maserati in Berlin, but generally wherever you are. If you have a generous 200,000 euros to spare, then you can indulge in this incredible experience. To call this dream car your own someday, I'd say I'll show you the Maserati Gran Cabrio Folgore from the outside, from the inside, and we'll discuss it, what it can do in terms of performance. To make sure you don't miss the driving report and fuel consumption test with the Gran Cabrio, please double check if you're part of the Simply Electric community. If not, we would be happy if you support us with a subscription, and then you won't miss the video either. For our English-speaking friends, you can also find this video, along with many others, in English on Simply Electric as well. Link is in the video description. And as always, we start from the outside. Starting from the front, let's take a look at the front of the Maserati Gran Cabrio Folgore. Folgore means fully electric. That means the Gran Cabrio is available both with a combustion engine and as a fully electric variant, which we are showing you today. And you can easily notice that, among a variety of other things, by this very special front grille, which of course also has appropriate and efficient ventilation systems hidden behind it. Conceal yourself. Yes, a form of Italian design that truly appeals, that also distinctly sets itself apart from other vehicles on the road. And it's undoubtedly one of the very few fully electric convertibles that are currently available on the market. Sure, it starts at around 206,000 euros, but it has a very, very extensive standard equipment list, like for example the adaptive matrix LED headlights included. Yes, for the VW, there's also a matching wheel design, very, very nice. In the form of a triangular bag, here designed in glossy black, it naturally matches very, very well with the rose gold metallic exterior color. And you can always recognize the Folgore by the copper-colored lettering. The air vents are, of course, just suggested here. With the combustion engine, I don't even know if they still serve a function there. Yes, driving fully electric with the top down, that is absolutely, truly majestic. Majestic, and right here in the Maserati, you even have enough space for up to a surprising 4 adults. That typically offers otherwise only but very few convertibles in the traditional combustion engine sector. Here, very, very nice in a blue, so in a dark blue, the top, which we will of course fully show you later, how it remarkably opens. And I mean, that even works while driving usually up to 50-60 km/h, but beyond that it's harder to handle smoothly. Yes, the Gran Cabrio has also been relaunched, and with it the Folgore, which has its charging port here at the back left. We'll talk more about that later when we discuss the battery technology and the performance specs. But just take a look at this extraordinary rear end. The front and the rear, they are truly designer masterpieces that exemplify the pinnacle of automotive craftsmanship. These are vehicles you won't encounter every day in daily life. And that's of course also a car that maybe special people treat themselves to, because they are economically successful in their ventures and can then afford it accordingly with their gained profits. LED taillights are on board, and where, Stefan, the big fat exhaust pipes used to be, the V8 and now the V6 sound bubbles under the Trofeo, we now just have sleek aerodynamic accents that blend smoothly with the car's design. Because Maserati has not only electrified this vehicle, but also added a lot of performance. And brainpower has been invested in this vehicle. It's 4.96 meters long, 1.96 meters wide, plus external mirrors, which means it exceeds 2.10 meters, and the wheelbase is an impressive 2.92 meters. Height is only 1.36 meters, making it impressively low, just as it should be for a sleek and stylish sports convertible, such as the luxurious Maserati Gran Cabrio. It's almost identical there, I think, also with the combustion model. And for many tifosi, it's important that their Maserati looks sporty, performs well, and is elegant. Let's chat about the extensive performance data of the Folgore, and I must say they are unquestionably impressive. This vehicle has 1,350 Nm torque, has 3 electric motors, 1 on the front axle, 2 on the rear axle, and together 560 kilo, 761 horsepower plus overboost, which probably accelerates it from 0 to 100 km/h in 2.8 seconds. The top speed is supposed to be around 290 km/h, though I've heard it can actually go up to 325 km/h, or maybe even faster than that, Stefan. This is crazy, right? The only thing the Maserati has, of course, with its battery pack, which has 92.5 kilowatt gross, 83.7 kilowatt net usable, is the corresponding weight. Here, we're talking about an empty weight of a good 2.4 tons. And that is always a significant question of lightness in the competitive sports car world, especially since a convertible is naturally always heavier due to the necessary structural reinforcements required. Thinking back to the video with the Maserati Gran Cabrio Folgore, where we somewhat criticized the 400-volt technology in the Gran Turismo, which also has a Folgore version, we have already shown you that here on the channel. Also, here in the Gran Cabrio, Maserati has installed 800-volt technology, and that's really amazing. Here at the back is the charging port. Please keep in mind that this is a pre-production vehicle, and unfortunately I can't open the charging port right now, though it should work in the final version. He seems to have a defect. Behind it is the CCS connector for Europe. You can charge AC at the respective columns with up to 22 kilodals, typically as a standard feature. That means in just 4.5 hours the battery goes from completely empty to fully charged. And DC at the corresponding columns that can charge 800 volts, then up to 270 kilowatt, so that you can in principle recharge from 10 to 80% in 23 minutes. And that's a top value known, for example, from the first Porsche Taycan or Audi e-tron GT, setting new benchmarks in performance. And that's what the Maserati driver wants too. He doesn't just want to go fast up to 325 km/h, but he also wants to accelerate quickly. Can naturally reload accordingly.
So now you're showing us the V6 biturbo.
No, that's the Folgore. And seriously, the V6 biturbo, brilliant. The Trofeo, great car, 404 kilowatt, 3.5 seconds from 0 to 100, 315 km/h, top speed. But if you can drive a Folgore with 560 kilowatt, 761 HP, 1350 Newton meters of torque, then you don't want to drive a combustion engine anymore, do you?
Not really, no.
Unfortunately, we can't look under the hood here. It's like with the Mercedes EQS. Only the workshop can do that. Unfortunately, no frunk beneath. That means essentially the battery, front motor, cooling technology, everything is installed here and also tightly utilized. So they explain to us here that there wouldn't have been space for a frunk. If you want to travel in a grand convertible with 4 people, of course, you also need a bit of space for the luggage. And the Maserati unfortunately doesn't open electrically, but manually. Back here with 151 liters of storage, I think you can fit about 4 carry-on bags standing up, right, Stefan? Seems spacious enough for some more items, wouldn't you think?
Yes, that could work.
And then we have another compartment below where some tech is built in. Charging cable hooked up somewhere on the side and then it fits. But if you want to drive open, you basically have to fold this part down. And then of course you no longer have 150 liters, but I would estimate maybe around 100 liters of cargo space. Then it gets a bit tighter, but usually you probably drive the long distance with it closed anyway. And then, when you've unloaded the luggage, electrically on site, right? I mean often. Yes.
Naturally, sure.
Yeah, what opens manually?
Goes manually.
Makes perfect sense to me, and I guess we really don't need the roof rack, do we?
Yes, you can break through.
Längerkupplung?
I don't think so.
A trailer hitch would be a plus, right?
That'd be cool.
Gran Cabrio fun, and behind it a Dutch caravan, right? Stinginess, pipe dream, right?
Dreamlike.
I have shown you everything outside, and now we finally want to show you, Stefan is getting impatient, just exactly how naturally and smoothly the convertible roof opens up when you press the button. And that's of course an absolute highlight, especially witnessing how the soft top effortlessly moves back here in such an elegant manner. And you also have the chance to check out this very, very special interior in Gaggio with blue from the inside, providing a truly memorable experience for you. I think this is like perfect to just go for an open run now. Berlin at courses. In the Gran Cabrio, you even have double glazing. Up front, look Stefan, that means 2 panes of glass bonded with a special film, which ensures optimal noise insulation inside, providing a quieter and more comfortable driving experience while enhancing the overall luxury. Yes, we'll start as usual chronologically with the door panel. And here you can see once more very, very nicely the Gaggio, so the light grey, then also in connection with the wonderful premium leather material that we have up here in blue. In combination, we have carbon elements here featuring a copper-colored thread plus the Sonos Faber sound system, ensuring rich sound quality and adding an elegant touch. This creates a seamless blend of aesthetics and performance. We don't have a manual door handle, it works electronically with the safety release manually for emergencies. We have integrated here, of course, the power windows, the central locking, and the mirror adjustment. And down here, we also have a small compartment, which is nicely covered with a decent soft plastic to possibly store the water bottle along with numerous other important accessories. A warm welcome right here to the interior once again, and the dashboard. And of course, it's once again meticulously crafted with Amium luxury technology. We proceed chronologically. We have the head-up display, which projects all the necessary information onto the windshield. Here we have the driver display, which conveys all the important information very clearly. We have here a very, very nice tactile, a multifunction steering wheel with haptic buttons made of high-quality leather, and the horn button is also nicely covered in leather. I kind of missed that in the EQS back then, right? Yeah. We have a start-stop button here, and we can switch the drive modes here. That means we have Corsa if it's time to hit the racetrack. We have Sport for when it comes to driving sporty. We have the option to choose GT, the Gran Turismo mode, for when we want to travel comfortably and leisurely. And of course, we have the maximal range mode, where the power is somewhat reduced. And of course, all systems should also be optimized accordingly for better energy consumption management. Up here, all nicely leathered, where we used to have the analog clock, Maserati has also updated it to digital for the 2025 model year. That means you have the clock, but you can also display the state of charge and the remaining range here. Feel free to check out the Gran Cabrio Folgore video, where I will be sure to show you exactly what it looks like in great detail. Yes, so here we have again a two-zone display, first zone infotainment, where you can obviously have Apple CarPlay on board, or of course you can also utilize Maserati's own system. As already previously mentioned, this is a pre-production vehicle, so kindly don't get distracted by it or focus too much on minor defects. Of course, we're still thinking about the car in Italy, right, Stefan?
Ja, genau.
I read Piazza San Carlo there.
Ah, a dream. Now driving with the top down, right? Ah, yes. Gear shift control, and underneath it, the second zone with the climate control, where you then have the possibility to manage seat ventilation, the seat heating, the steering wheel heating, all that is indeed quite possible in such an advanced premium vehicle. Down here we have an inductive charging area where even a large American smartphone, for example, can fit. Here we have again, very, very nicely, the carbon elements with the copper-colored fiber. Here we have a nice storage compartment where you can securely stash small change or other bits and bobs, which can also be locked so it doesn't get stolen when it's left open. And you also have the option here to expand the cup holder for a large cup or bottle, making it more convenient and versatile. Or maybe here, by splitting it into two slightly smaller cup holders, nicely finished below with brushed aluminum. That might even be cooled with heating oil, we didn't find out. Here's the center armrest, nicely leathered in Gaggio, where we have another NFC field here, USB-A, USB-C, and additionally a 12V power outlet socket. So this is really awesome. And as it should be, one more Folgore charge card, right?
Ja, sehr gut.
Leave them in here, okay?
Oh, that stunning panoramic sliding glass setup, which looks amazing.
But it's a Gran Cabrio, and isn't it simply awesome that we're finally getting these cool electric cars that you can drive with the top down, right, in any weather?
Absolutely.
Sure, 206,000 euros and a few. More is the base price, but in almost full spec. That's a lot of money, right?
Yeah, would have to stretch quite a bit for that.
But of course, you also get a luxury premium convertible, which is one of a kind, something you don't find every day, and which is naturally also an expression of success, right?
Absolutely.
Here, very, very nicely crafted. I don't even know if it's Alcantara, but it doesn't feel quite as fuzzy or warm as in the Grecale, right? So here it could be a really nice microfiber Alcantara material, which might be much more suitable. Maserati really goes into the details. That's pretty classy, isn't it?
Very nice, yes.
A quick glance through the windows reveals the remarkable and impressive quality of the interior. Here again, nicely finished with faux leather. Here we also have the glove compartment nicely done, which you open with a button similar to what we know from Tesla, with a nice glove compartment also nicely lined with felt. All very high quality, very chic indeed, with the tricolor integrated here once again. This also has this kind of brushed structure, looks very classy too. Then here you have the rotary knobs for the air vents. It's kind of fancy, chic cha-cha, but I think it's something you can and should expect for over 206,000 euros. What we also definitely have here are neck heaters. We know those, for example, from Mercedes. We have here the Trident beautifully embroidered. We have a proper shoulder pad. We have good support from the sport seat here in the lumbar area. And again, like in the Gracal, we have this neoprene fabric. I don't think this is leather, Stefan. It feels completely different. Nicely integrated with Gagio again here, with the air vents, where we can also extend the seat surface a bit here. So this is all high-end, and with this neck heating, you can naturally bridge the cooler times here in Germany, where it gets a bit chilly earlier, and so you can probably drive with the top down from April to October. Yes?
Actually, yes. So you definitely shouldn't get too cold now. And now with the jump back in?
Stefan is truly excited again that Olli, with his 185 meters and 99.9 kilos, is trying to squeeze into the back seat of the Maserati sports car. Of course, I'll get in the back seat of the Maserati. Are you going through the door? I don't want to damage the car. I'm not even sure if I can make it over with my elegant hip swing. That's obviously awesome. Electric entry aid, just like we're used to. Here's also a pleasant hook where you can hang fine cloth from Senja or someone else's, perhaps from Brioni or maybe even another prestigious brand. This is really important in the class. And then, when the car is open, of course I step in here with an elegant move and swing my delicate derriere here to the back. And then the seat moves back towards me electrically. And when it's like now, I've actually got plenty of space here. So with two delicate fawns, even two Wumpfbrummen can easily fit comfortably back in here, right?
Absolutely.
I have to say, this is really comfortable. When I think about a 911, you can really only place a small child in the back. Do you really have space here? Of course, it's different when Olli is sitting right up front in the driver's seat on the left because it's a self-driving car. Then he has the seat all the way back and down, and there's not even room for a wallet in between. Or rather, my man purse. Where's my purse? Stefan, it in the car?
Of course, we totally forgot that in the car.
My man purse. Yes, you definitely have two child ISOFIX points here. Once on the driver's side, here on my passenger side. You have a nice center armrest here, USB-A, USB-C port, two cup holders, another air vent for heating and ventilation, and plenty of sound system. What's enjoyable here, driving with the top down, is the incredible sound. Yes, otherwise the seatbelt goes from the middle to the outside. It also has the advantage that you won't bump heads as much. If no one is sitting back here, you can install a wonderful wind deflector to keep your hair from blowing around while driving with the top down. Stefan says I should also show how I get out of here.
Yes, with energy.
Well, at first everything is still going quite well. The seat moves up here a bit forward. And then you have to press the button which is located right here at the door. If you don't have James around to conveniently, quickly and easily open it for you. So I could drive like this.
Yes.
So, and Maserati Gran Cabrio Folgore. That's truly very nice. And then, as we know from the Jive, a lovely and graceful side step to the right, adding finesse. Left leg dragged, seat back, zap, 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 and then eventually we're completely out of sight. And if you don't like the convertible, Maserati naturally offers you the dilemma of choice because, of course, there's also the Gran Turismo Coupe as an option, which we've already shown you here on our channel. Also in such a beautiful dark matte grigio. It's really, really chic. Yeah, what can I say in the conclusion? A car of the highest class, an extraordinary convertible that I believe is unrivaled and can't be found in its competitive environment. Yeah, because the Tesla Roadster, it was announced but never came until today. And even from our friends in Zuffenhausen, meaning Porsche or Ferrari or Lamborghini, there are no purely electric spiders or convertibles. Well, actually, the Gran Cabrio by Maserati really has a unique selling point, doesn't it?
So far, definitely.
And that might be interesting for you too, to talk to Maserati Berlin or any other Maserati dealer to see if they have interesting leasing and financing conditions. I heard there's something in the pipeline because you might be able to proudly call this car yours just after the summer is over, and it's going to be worth the wait. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up. If you're not yet part of the Einfach Elektrisch community, I'd appreciate it if you could support us with a subscription. That way you won't miss the driving report and the consumption test, both with the Gran Turismo and then also with the Gran Cabrio. And I just want to say thank you very much for watching. Stay healthy and see you soon. Your Olli. Hey Stefan, do you mean with the Folgore? They are probably really closed, right?
I think they're closed.
Well, too bad.
Aerodynamics is everything.
Everything.